In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Quarto book in RStudio, which will be published on GitHub Pages. It's going to be rendered by a GitHub Actions workflow, which means that you just push the QMD, the source files, to GitHub, and GitHub Actions takes care of the rest. I want to point out that there's another template, this Quarto eDev template, which does basically the same thing, except that instead of relying on a GitHub Actions workflow to render the book, you render the book locally and push the rendered HTML files to GitHub, which will then be deployed to GitHub Pages. If you're new to creating Quarto books and publishing them on GitHub Pages, I recommend that you try this first and then kind of graduate to using a GitHub Actions workflow, because it's a lot of technologies combined and it may be overwhelming. So we're going to go to this template, and notice that it's not a regular template, not a regular repo. It does have the fork option, but it also has a use this template button, and that is what we're going to do. We are not going to fork the repo. If you don't see this button, it probably means that you're not logged in to GitHub. So we click on the use this template button and click create a new repository. I'm going to give it the name of a project I'm doing for one of my classes, 3702 project, source files for. It's important that you keep the visibility public, or else you can't use GitHub Pages. And then we create the repository. So the next thing you should note is that all of the instructions for what I'm doing are in the README. So when you copy the template, which by the way means that you're only getting the most recent files, the most recent versions of the files, you're not getting the entire history, which you don't need, and so it makes sense to do this instead of forking the repo. So what I've done so far is step one, which is copying the template. And the next step that we're going to do is change the GitHub Actions permissions. This is very important because otherwise the GitHub Actions workflow will not work. So we are going to go to Settings, Actions, General, and then change the workflow permissions to read and write permissions and save. Okay. We go back to the README to see what we do next, and that was not the correct place. So we are up to copying the repo link and cloning the repo. So we will go to this code button, copy the HTTPS link, go to RStudio and create a new project with version control, git, paste that URL, and then copy that project name. I usually use the same name, and I keep it at the root level so it doesn't interfere with any other version control system that I have. I'm going to create the project and open up the README so I can continue to follow the instructions here. If you have this lack of wrapping lines, you can fix that with code soft wrap long lines. And we have completed up to this step. We've cloned the repo, so our next step is going to be to Quarto publish the book once locally, and this only happens once. It kind of gets the whole process started, and then after that, as I said earlier, we're going to be relying on the GitHub Actions workflow to render the book. So we go to Terminal, and I'm just going to type Quarto publish GitHub Pages. Yes. And it's asking me for my password a few times. I can probably set things up to avoid that, but it's okay. So this takes a little bit of time, not a lot. and it is in the process of setting up the GitHub Pages deploy for the first time. Okay, so once we've done that, notice I haven't changed any files. Everything is just exactly as it was before we cloned it. I'm going to go back to GitHub, and I'm going to click on this gear button, and I'm looking for a little button, a little option to use my GitHub Pages website, which I don't see yet, so I'm going to refresh and see if it comes up now. Okay, and this is telling me that there is a GitHub Pages, but I need the link to it, and this is a really easy way to get it. So save the changes, and then we'll check it out and make sure that things look okay. And they do. The book is rendered. I'll talk a little bit later about how to control the chapters and how that all works. I know I'm jumping in quickly with all of the rendering and setting up GitHub Pages. So we can go back to our studio now, and again go back to the README and see what we're up to. So we're now going to focus on the Quarto YAML file, which is the file that really controls everything about how the book is published. So we open up this file, and you'll see there are a few places where you need to change the capital letters to what you want it to be. So I'm going to change the title of this book to Class Project. The author, it's a group project, so we'll say Stat 3702 class, or how about Spring 2026, and the repo is my account, and 3702 project. Notice that there are a bunch of chapters. These are just suggestions. You can change any of them. The only one that you cannot change is index. There needs to be an index file at as the first QMD, but the rest is can be whatever you want. You can also change any of these options. I'm assuming you're familiar with Quarto, so this works the same way as the YAML at the top of a typical Quarto document. All of the information, though, for all of the chapters is contained in this YAML. So if we save this and then we look at an individual file, let's say we go to this intro file, you'll notice that it doesn't have a YAML. Every file should start, every chapter should start with just a single hashtag and then the name of the chapter, nothing else. So I'm not going to make any changes, but this is how I would change it. So we're going to go back to the README, see if I've forgotten anything. We've made the changes to the YAML, so we will just commit and push those changes, and this will trigger, hopefully, GitHub Actions to start doing its thing and render the book on GitHub, and then we'll check that all of that is working properly. So we will commit this. And push. And return to our project. And I know it's not going to be updated yet. So if we look at this version, it still has the old your title, etc. So I'm going to look at GitHub Actions and see what's going on. And here I can follow what it's doing. So if you look at this page, it's going a little quickly, but it is following the steps that are indicated in the workflow file. And you can look at that file. It's in a folder called .github subfolder workflows, and it's called quartobook.yaml. that's what I called it. You could change the name if you want. And I just want to point out a few things here. I have it set up to run weekly on Saturdays. If you don't want to do that, you can just delete the schedule. That is not necessary. There are a few different things that it does. Just keep all of this the same way, as is. From time to time, you'll need to update these versions. I just set things up so that I watch this repo, the README Actions repo, and to be notified if there are any changes. But in general, when it stops working, that's usually my clue that I need to update the versions of these actions. So let's check. It has already set up R, it's setting up the dependencies, and it will probably be done pretty soon, but instead of watching this do its thing, let's go back to our studio and I'll show you what a typical workflow looks like. So basically, as you're working, you're going to want to check and see that things are working properly locally rather than have to wait for things to render on GitHub and go back to GitHub to check what's going on. So let's say I'll go back to this file and let's say I make a change and save it. What I will typically do is render the book locally. And make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to and that everything works properly. If that is the case, then I will go to Git and commit and push those files to GitHub. Notice that this kind of check that I did is being stored in this folder _book. But _book is in git ignore. So these particular HTML files are not being pushed to GitHub. At any point, I can click on index.html and view in web browser and see what my book looks like locally. So let's see how things are going here. Okay, I'm going to pause the video for a minute so we don't have to watch this. Okay, so we're back at GitHub Actions and we can see that workflow that we were following before has now completed. And in addition, a second workflow has completed. This one we did not need to create a separate file for. This a separate workflow. This is controlling not the rendering of the QMD files into the HTML, but deploying those HTML files to GitHub Pages. So if we go back to our rendered book, we can see that a few things have changed. We now have the title that we added in the Quarto YAML. We now have a new author, and the other thing that is not as obvious but hopefully will work is that these links will take us to the correct place. So this takes us back to our repository with all of the source files. I'm going to go back here now, and as well we can click on either view source or edit this page or report an issue, and again be taken back to the right place on the repo. So that's all. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions or comments, please go to the repository with the template quartobook.gha for GitHub Actions. It's on JTR 13, Quarto Book GHA, and you can ask anything in the issues or discussions, and I will be happy to respond.